Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are currently standing in Ishgard in the Skysteel Manufactory to start the Machinist job from Stephanivien. My prospectometer seems to have fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odgarb, striking presence? Would I be right in assuming that you are the outsider who helped save Ishgard? That would be me. Much as I thought. I thought as much. My prospectometer seldom lies, and let me just say, you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to Skysteel Manufactory, where miracles are born from aether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed to slay dragon invaders, but we are also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of a machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us and exploring the machinist discipline? Yes. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise, my prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. My name is Stephanivien de Haillenard, and you are? Desiree Klingel. Desiree, is it? Well, Desiree, allow me to welcome you once more to the Skysteel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, it is our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinistry, a technology that wed the genius of Master Garland's Magitech with traditional ethereology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we should begin by familiarizing you with the tools of a trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? No, I'm leaving. Okay, I stay. Splendid. Now the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire. Where the hell is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here, I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Maybe the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship, and I might explain to you the particulars of a machinist profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, my lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Confound the man, we cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels if need be. But my lordship, we ain't even sure where to start looking. You make a salient point, my dear. My prospectometer points to the lands of La Noscia. Yes, I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. La Noscia, my lordship? But are you sure you want to go there? I hear it's a nasty place. A folk will clout you across the face as soon as look at you. Well, I must admit to a little familiarity with its environs. Joy, the prospectometer chirps again. Of course, our aspiring machinist. We shall have a worldly Desiree here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of La Noscia must be akin to a garden path. Is that not so? I wouldn't go that far. No false modesty. Whatever knowledge you have of a place must far exceed ours, no matter your protestations. You will consent to guide us, will you not? Then it's settled. Joy here, in addition to her loyal service to Lord Haillenard, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique well during our little jaunt to La Noscia. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a Camp Overlook. Let that be our first port of call. House Haillenard gave me work as a maid, but his lordship insisted I try my hand at being a machinist. We must have our master of marksmanship back. Alright, let's go then there, to Camp Overlook. What a stench. I think I'm going to be sick. So this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to cloud a man in the face in place of a "how do you do?" Shall we make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor? Let us rendezvous at this spot once we've gathered what intelligence we may. Grinning Private. A bloke, Lady Ishgard. Ah, there's a stranger come about asking after one of our lads. Told him sorry, thought he was looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. Ah, you mean that big Rogaden bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say how. Ah, I've seen him all right. Got himself a cold reception, too. You can't come apologizing for a deed a decade old and just expect to be forgiven. How fared your interrogations? It would seem our man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of a winch, you say? Let us investigate this infirmary, then. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory, return with us to the manufactory and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that the Ishgardians presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve, but I promise you our worth shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now, Rostenthal. Think of a future. Leave me be. One more step and I blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. You shite-eating bastard, next time I'll aim for the shaft betwixt your thighs. Are you not proud? It was you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting. And spitting colorful profanities besides. I, the lass, learned my lessons well. Well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I'd wager. She agrees. Do you think so? Oh, but no, Joy is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. That too? And besides, we have this budding machinist who is simply dying to learn from the great Rostenthal. Buffalo shite. Any scrag who's known me would rather I did the dying. Oh, just look at you, the epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing a weapon in that fashion? 'Cause only pirate scum hold a firearm like this. And I ain't gonna teach a machinist way to no hopeless sausage-fingered adventurer what you dragged in from the street. Then you're saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer shows a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct her? Did you hear that, Desiree? This is your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. Not from around these parts, are you? Fine, Stephanivien. I'll give you one bloody chance. One lesson to see what she's made of. The fate of a Skysteel Manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry is in your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Machinist unlocked. Yeah, now we need to equip our basic gear. Oh well. Or something. Alright. You must persuade Rostenthal to return to us. He's lodged by such high hopes for the manufacturer's future. I'd hate to see him disappointed. For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with a Carmine. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right, here's a few pointers before you start, so you don't put a round through a damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target. Squeeze the trigger. Not too bloody hard, mate. And boom goes the firearm. It's your shots what will decide what kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about that contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the ether in your body and turns it into the spark that will feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of a machinist. I based your design on the more traditional soul crystals, and they will act as a focal point for the energy conversations performed by the Ephero transformer. That would be the contraption Rostenthal mentioned. You've learned all machinist skills up to level 30. Alright, that's all you're getting for the now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket-whipped cur. Them's your choices. I can fly! Isn't that great? Careful, the normal mobs here are level 34. You can pull them easily. Ha! Willing to take a test then, huh? The rules are simple. Make your way towards the hermit's hovel and shoot what you're told to shoot. Yeah, like that. And shoot what you're told to shoot, yeah. Let's go. I shall await you at the end of your trial, Desiree. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Right. We're gonna have us a good old-fashioned hunt. Enjoyable giving you instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship. Golems will be your first target. Focus on getting a feel for range and rhythm. Try to avoid them curls, you don't want to waste your ammunition. Next up, we're hunting for bombs. Wasn't there a way up here somewhere? Lightning strike. Lightning sprite, leave me be. Because you are not a bomb. Not bad, lass. Not bad at all. Let's set you against some proper nasties, though, huh? Rustenthal, ain't she done enough for a beginner? Not by a long shot. Wanna see skins from a pair of Myosids and a pair of tigers. You want her to fail. I ain't letting you cheat his lordship. If you're gonna bend the rules, then so will I. Do what you gotta do, lass. I'll be waiting for our skins at the hovel. Cheating scum! Come on, Desiree! And there are the tigers. Wingtails. Make a bit of room here. Oh, are we done? I guess we're done. Right, onto the Hermit's Hovel. You bring them skins then? Here you go. Ha! Even with young Joyce Elb, you did well, lassie. Oh, sir, you will return to the manufactory with us then? I said she did well, not that she was done. You still got one last target to take down. Me. Desiree got talent, but even she can't win against Rostenthal. The man truly is being bothersome. Desiree, would you be so kind as to give the instructor a good drubbing? Don't rush your shots. Breathe. Think. Fire. Good work, Desiree. You can win this. Keep it up, Desiree. He's on his last legs. A thrilling performance. You saved the manufactory. Well, there you are, instructor. Desiree has proven her potential beyond the shadow of a doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? Aye, I'll come back to your bloody workshop. But do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland. Ha! I ain't got no love for Lanasha. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw the place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For the sake of a geld the size of my bloody head. I don't know who he was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor. So I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory. Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I ain't never seen the sort before. But if I show me face at the workshop, his boss is gonna want the geld back, I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. Oh, no, you not wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door. Well, you've got one bugger worth teaching at least. Guess it's back to a frigid arms or Lady Ishgard for me. Was that wise, my lordship? The Haillenard coffers ain't exactly fit to bursten. Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, my lordship? That you cannot, my dear. Rostenthal may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business yet in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction. Would that the man would confide in me his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you, Desiree, you've exceeded my every expectation. Pray, join me back at the manufactory, that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Ah, the savior of a Skysteel manufactory. I'd hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers counsels me to wearisome prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask that you make do with a dated model I gave you at Camp Overlook. Ah, and I must pass on a message to you from Rostenthal. He asked that you take the skills he's taught you thus far and master them in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a sufficient level of competence. And such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, that is me. Under the tutelage of Rostenthal, you learn new marksmanship techniques. The next machinist quest will be available at level 35. The requirements for undertaking will be reviewed in your journal. Alright, now I have a heat gauge, so the basic attacks charge the gauge, and a few other things as well. And then you can overcharge your weapons to do more damage for a few seconds. So far nothing special. But that shall be it for this episode for picking up a machinist. And now it's time for leveling.